Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 27 because we skipped 26. And as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parenthesis dot parts with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, let's start with the intro, because I think there's a lot of new stuff in there, which I didn't see before. So I will, and hopefully it will not be a problem here, play the intro again and just pause it to check on characters, on what was in the song, you know, because that's completely fresh. Because the Heaven's Arena I will talk about later. So that's more neither as it was in the old time. So I'm not sure. It seems to me like the face, the appearance from face, and especially the hair and the eyes as well from Kurapika changed a little bit, and it is a little bit here. And later on, there's a moment in the intro where you can see it as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed to me like they changed him a little bit. I think the eyes are bigger as one thing, but I might be wrong. You know, you never know. Valerio, kind of waiting for him to show up in the next episodes, and there are some cool moments in the intro as well already. Let's see. So there was a new one already. The two of them running down. So I guess that is something we will see later on. Running down this tower, which is the arena. So I'm pretty sure they will reach the top floor. I'm not sure if they will win there, because I mean, I kind of would like it if they would not win there. Because they are quite good, but as we know, they are not the most powerful ones. There are a lot of people who are more powerful than they are. So it would be cool if at the top level of this arena, there would be some that they just cannot beat yet. Doesn't mean they will not later on, but at least not yet. But they can learn, you know, about what this Ren and Nen thing is about, as example. And then run down the tower because they want to go somewhere. And that is what I really liked. So we see Lerorio learning stuff, and I mean, he always said he wanted to become a doctor, so seeing him study, trying it, I guess we will see that it makes sense, and I like it, and it gives the character the depth that it needs. As I already mentioned before, I really think that's necessary. And that is the scene I meant about Kurapika. He looks different. I mean, the hair grew longer, I guess, that's one reason. But he seems more boyish in many ways, in the meaning of he seems younger. Is this maybe a fallback to his past? I'm not sure. He's not so much younger, it just seems like his face is rounder. And the version I remember, the face was a bit longer, you know, longer stretched. And this one seems more round, thus younger, like he's not completely grown up yet. The hair is longer, he has bigger eyes. So maybe it is a moment from the past, which might be. I mean, why not learn more about them? But I was a bit surprised because he looks a lot different here. And there was this moment where I think he really thinks about if he should cut his hair. And then we start with the new characters. So we already know now that this is Zushi, who seems to be pretty interesting because he cannot be knocked out. And his teacher, his sensei, which is Wing. Okay, why not? So possibly more like a studied person. I don't know if he can use these abilities that he's teaching us himself, but who knows? And yeah, well, hi Hisoka, with two fingers. So here are a lot of new characters. I guess most of them we will encounter in the tower now. So not sure about them. There are some who possibly are more going into some kind of friend material. So kind of positive characters, and I think you can kind of see who they are. You know, those on top, the older ones, look more like enemies that you hopefully beat and that are not the nicest ones, while the one lower now are all more young ones and possibly are more in the direction of being possible to be friends. Especially the one with this strange Tongyu maze? I don't know what that is. Cool character designs. He is important, however. So, I don't know who that is, but he's in the outro as well, and he's in the outro as the last person. And there was a bit, I don't know. I guess we will learn a lot about him. He will be very important. A little bit of what's going on for the others, and the fishing scene again. I like it. So, I think that's it, more or neither. Let's just check. Yeah. Those are more like old parts with a little bit. Yeah, that's all the. It's more like the old intro now. Exactly. End of it. So, cool one. Now, for the outro. I normally would do the episode now, but I want to talk about intro and outro first because I will otherwise forget the outro and that would be a little bit sad. So, starting off with this one. To what extent can you touch your dreams? Very fitting with this picture here. So I know that the person on the left side is the father of Gon, as far as I understood it. And I even wrote down his name somewhere. Ging Frex. Yes, that it is. Or Freaks, or whatever you pronounce it. Double E, double C. It's strange. So that is why we are on the way out there. That's why Gon is traveling. He wants to find him. So he is the dream Gon wants to reach, wants to touch. How far can you, to what extent can you touch your dreams? So from just the picture, he seems, a nice guy, partially smiling, is a bad appearance there, but who knows how it changed since. So that's what's happening when you click too fast, because I just stopped my recording. I'm very sorry. So here we go again. So that's that. Let's see what's next after this. There's something you are aiming for, very fitting. So we have Killua and his brother. So from this episode now we know that this shadow effect, this purple darkness that was around his brother and was around Sushi as well, is something of a technique, and Killua is afraid of it, or as we've seen in the past, is somehow, I don't know, being able to be manipulated by it. It felt like he was hypnotized, So that is something worth aiming for, to learn about it so that he can overcome this problem with his brother. Very good idea. And the dead eyes again. And the desire as comment as well. So, and I mean, here's the desire of Kurapika, no question. The spider, synonym for the Phantom Troop. And the red eyes, of his kin. Searching for a certain thing. Leorio, knowledge, curing specific diseases. That what drives him. As I said, in my opinion, one of the most positive characters in the group at all. And characters. So, interesting looking ones, weird looking ones, no question there, especially with this dog, what the heck. I don't know why Kurapika is in there, and that is, there's Wing as well, and Leorio, so, I don't know. Are those friends to be? Sushi and, yeah, Gon Killua, so, I don't know. It's the Great Skies and the Great Earth. So that looks a lot like, I don't know, Shaman Barber-esque character, possible to be an enemy in the future. Him as well. A bit like, I don't know, looks like a sporting vest what he's carrying here. So he's possibly like, I don't know, some kind of a self-defense master. Just guessing. Might be very wrong about that. That's the girl we have seen in the intro as well. So her as well. And her as well. And her as well. Now, that one on the right hand side now, sorry. These eyes and the strange way of holding his hand. I don't know why. It reminds me of Illumi when he was Gitaraku. He had this, this movement. And the head looked a bit like that. I don't know, it might be a coincidence, but maybe it is somehow related. Someone with big hands, no clue, and kind of a ninja. And that is a positive seeming guy because, if you want to have someone looking nice, you just do this half haircut, this big eyes, shiny, normal vest, a little bit of muscular, but not too much, and no kind of intimidation. And he is just like that. He could be a hero in this series just by outer appearance. While this one here is no question interesting, Hisoka. And that's why when you look, the last one popping in after Hisoka, the last one in the outro is this guy again with the cross on his head. So who the heck is he? He is important, no question there. We will learn about him, I guess. So much about the outro. I hope it helped a bit. I can only speculate. Now for this episode. Let's see what we had. So, the arena. 251 stories, levels. And as we know now, they are split into 10 and 50s. So if you win, you get promoted by 50 of them upwards. And they need 50 so that many people can stay in the same segment. So it's in the end like five different levels, you could say. It is the ground floor, then it is the 50s, the 100s, the 150s, the 200s, and the 250s. And seeing that we have 251 stores, I guess on top of it is one single last level, and that's the question, is for the best ones, or maybe just for the best one, or maybe the head of the arena. I'm not sure yet how it is completely working. There's no question they are they give you a lot of money for wins, especially the higher you get, and I mean a lot of money, an absurd amount of money there. But I guess they are selling the rights for these fights so that they go on the air to every TV and into the net and so on and so forth. So they make money out of it. They possibly will later on do commercials and everything around the fights. So that's how they earn money. But still, do they earn that much money? If they are more neither the only thing of that kind in the world, yeah, that might be possible. But still, that is a huge and possibly very, very influential industry, or whoever it belongs to. If it is one person, he is extremely rich. Because if you give out so much money, and I wrote it down, on floor 150 it is 10 million for a win, and upwards it's even more. Not talking about the top ones. If you give so much money to many people that are winning there, you have to get it in somehow. So you need cash flow, which means they are earning even more. So I guess that is more neither like the one thing in the world that does it. Maybe there are one or two others like that, but not many. So everyone will try it. It is push on your luck. If you're a strong one, if you're a fast one, even if you never reach like level 150. Let's just say you are able to stay on level 100. That's what they had in the end of the episode. You have a good living. You get a hell of a lot of money already. So you don't have to pay for your room and everything, right? So everything you earn there, you kind of keep. It is an option for someone who is quite good at self-defense, but not the best in the world, to make a very decent living, earn some money, gather it up, and after a year or so, if you can stay there that long, you can go out and live a happily ever after life because you're rich as fuck. So if you're that kind of guy or girl, why not? I mean, in this world, it seems to be something worth doing. So, 251. There are no conditions for you to enter, which is a good thing. So everyone will try, right? At least try it. And they had number 2054 and 55. And I already asked it. This 2000 numbers, is it this day? Is it this week, this month, this year? What time stretch is it? Because seeing that this arena is existing since at least 4 years, because that's, or 6 years, because that is how long Killua was in there, from the age of 6 to the age of neither 10. No, to the age of 8, sorry. And it's 4 years ago, so he's 12 now. Fitting. So at least 6 years. There should be more than 2,000 competitors, for sure. So I guess they will restart this number again and again and again and just leave open the blanks for those that are still somewhere upwards. So, how often? How many people try it each day, let's say? Is it so many? I don't know. We will see. I think we will not see, but maybe you know it, right? So in this case, and I already made the fun about that, you are leveling up very fittingly. Every time you win, or for multiple wins, I guess you're not doing it with one win. They needed 6 wins, I think, to get up to level 50, to level 100. But if you win often enough, you are getting promoted and you get to the next 50 level up. So on the ground floor, you are measured how good you are, and then you are put into one of the 50s floor, 50, 100, 150. So in case of Killua, they would have put him on 180. You know, it's 10 each. And he would have been quite easily able to jump up again to the 200. He wouldn't have to meddle with the little ones, but he wanted to, as we know. So that's clever, it makes sense, it's working. And they just, so far, did not really face real problems on their way. Apart from maybe Zushi, who was not a problem completely, because Killua could beat him, because he was just faster, you know, but he couldn't keep him down, which is interesting. But I'll talk about that. So, they just chop and push everyone away, and seeing, so for Killua it's a chop because that's what he learned. He's fast enough, he just chops you in the neck and you're down. For Gon, who has no real fight training, no real one, you know, he's not a fighter against other living beings in the meaning of humans, or like, he was kind of a hunter, he did a little bit of fighting when needed now, but he's not trained in it like Killua is, as example. So he is just pushing the enemy away, you know, first time. That will become a problem once you have an enemy who is able to just evade at least once or twice. So, because then you are in the need to fight, to really do, not just push someone away. And I'm waiting for the moment that when they go higher up, where are more capable fighters who, before facing you, check the videos about you. So this Gon fella, how is he fighting? Let me have a look. Oh, 10 fights, let's see. Oh, he always does the same. Let's just evade. And then we will see what's going on. So, that's that. However, on the 50s, they met Zushi and Wing. Oh, they're an interesting couple. So Wings is seems like I don't know, 20-something guy, 25, maybe 30. From the outer appearance, not really a fighter, more like an intellectual, kind of a professor style due to the glasses and everything. And Zushi is a boy who is, in my opinion, clearly younger than Gon and Killua. I don't know, 6 to 8 maybe, something like that, but that's a wild guess. And he is trained in something they call Shingen New Style. However, he's quite good already. And there are 2 things that are important. So one thing is you cannot keep him down. So he has some, I don't know, kind of iron neck. You cannot chop him down. He will always stand up again. Which is interesting because that seems to be something that Killua never learned that it is happening. At least not from someone who's so way below his power level. So I guess it's a part of the training he received from Wing. That he is, while being pushed down from the hit, he's able to stand back up again. And the other thing is, which we've seen now, is this Ren effect, the purple aura that emanates around him if he wants to. The same aura that we have seen from the brother of Killua before, which was used to intimidate him and to kind of hypnotize him. That's why he dropped back, he fall back, which I can completely understand. And it makes him seem more dangerous. Maybe it shows how dangerous he really is, who knows. But he's not allowed to use it until he's on the top floor, which will take a while. So learning about this makes sense. If you're Killua, you're aware that you have a problem, you are being manipulated due to your brother, if needed, due to this aura, you really want to learn about it. What is it? How do you create it? And how do you counter it? So that when he will meet his brother again, he can stand strong against him. 200 million for snacks. What shall I say? I have no clue. I guess he did something else, hopefully. Not only snacks. I'm sticking to one shop per match rule. Yeah, there was a lot of I don't know. Is Killua too full of himself there? Or is he just realistic? I don't know. It felt a bit like, oh come on, that's a bit too much. Stating stuff like that, you know? I up until level 150, I will stick to the one shot per match rule, and you're below me, you're too weak, you know, all of that. We know that he can see kind of the potential of his enemies, but it feels like someone has to stop him there because he's getting too full of himself. But then he is who he is, and he was able to one punch them all, except for this one, right? Except for Sushi. So the question is if he will do something like that and be so overconfident and too much confident when he faces a real enemy. I don't know. Due to the fact that he's able to read how strong enemies are, I guess he will be aware and then be more cool about it, right? So they have found now two interesting, I don't know if you could say partners, but at least someone who can teach them a bit about this Nen and Ren and whatever else Sushi all said. So I guess it is more of a way of how you handle stuff and a general self-defense training, which possibly they will both need, even if they are so good. So, I mean, it's the fact that they are both strong. Especially for Gon, I think it might be very useful, because he's strong and he's agile, and he has good senses for specific stuff, but he's not trained yet as a fighter. And he will get a lot out of it, I guess, if he's listening sincerely. So if they get some kind of a self-defense training there, that would be cool. That would make him way more efficient, no question there. And maybe it can help them kind of find a way for themselves. Because that is always the thing about many self-defense schools. It's not only about defending yourself, or, which would be worse, about hurting others. It is about being in the right mood, understanding yourself, understanding your position, in the meaning of who are you? In yourself, rest in yourself, find peace in yourself, you know, all this reflection stuff, as you could say, from Karate Kid and other movies like that. It is a valuable lesson, and I think that's something both of them could use a little bit at least. So that's it from me this time. A very nice episode. Start of a new arc. I really liked it. There was a lot in already, and I hope you liked as well. So until the next time, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.